and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the anime I watched in the winter 2026 anime season. I have my notes on my laptop here, so let's get into it. I am hoping to get back into my regularly scheduled seasonal anime reviews because I realised looking back on my channel I haven't done a full set of these since 2024. I believe. I'm going to hopefully get back on those. So first up, I've got Anyway I'm Falling in Love with You Season 2, and I did not realise this had been announced for Season 2 until I was scrolling through my anime list not long before the new season was about to start, so I was very excited when I saw it on the list. I find it so funny that I literally thought that Kizuki had died at the end of Season 1 and that's why they were all kept like looking up at the sky, but then as Season 2 progressed it made sense that they were doing that because he was in another country. So it's like, just explain that rather than like making me think this guy is dead. It's traumatizing. But I'm glad that other people at least agreed with me on TikTok, because I remember commenting on an edit someone had made and literally all the comment replies were like people saying same. So it wasn't just me. So that made me feel a bit better. I did feel really sorry for Mizuho in the first episode when Kizuki returned and like confessed on the beach or whatever it was. I feel like it was ages ago since I watched it now, I can't remember. But I just remember that it did make me feel really sad that they didn't just like, get back together and we're happy and things. And then like Shin being brought into the equation of him liking Mizuho and all that was just like, oh my god, what the hell is happening? And not Shin reminding her dad, Mizuho's dad, of the proposal that he was planning for Mizuho just after he'd had surgery. It's like, way to stress a guy out when they're supposed to be relaxed at that point. So that was quite funny in some ways. I was just like, bro, just like, don't stress this guy out. But I think if I remember rightly, it literally just ended at that point where he'd asked, had he asked? I feel like it ended at the point where he just asked her to marry him, and I'm like, bro, is there going to be more? Because I need more. I do have the manga, but I'm not sure whether I've bought past the point the anime's gone on to. I think I'm trying to see it if I can see it on my bookshelf. I can't see it. I think I've got 5 volumes, so I'm guessing probably not. Anyway, we shall see. All the world's books depend on the main character. Oh, Isekai office worker. Right. Next we've got Isekai office worker. The other world's books depend on the bean counter. I can't remember the title. Next up, I watched Isekai Office Worker. The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter. Hooray! I really hope I got that right. I tried not to look down at my laptop. I've got the title on my laptop. But during my notes, I just put Isekai Worker. I was like, that's not what it's called. Anyway, if I'd have realised this was a BL sooner, a BL Isekai, I would have picked the manga up like a long time ago. Because I'd seen a lot of it on Instagram, but I didn't really look into what it was. But I was like, this looks like an interesting piece of media, but I never picked it up. And now, since I watched the anime, I'm regretting not picking up the manga sooner. But I think I'm definitely going to read the manga. Them sleeping together in the second episode was crazy. Like, I knew it was early on, and like the whole point of it is that's how that's how like he needs to get used to the magic in that world, but I did not think it was going to be so early on. My heart was just happy that they held hands and kissed in the intro. Like, to be honest, for me, I didn't need any more than that, but I suppose that part was an added bonus. Episode 11 was one of the best ones. It was seeing Aresh's, oh my god, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but his jealous side and them being at home in each other's arms was just so adorable. honestly, I really enjoyed it. Next up, we've got Dark Moon, The Blood Altar. And when I watched this in the English dub, I was not expecting the British accents. And like, I did some research, and as far as I'm aware, it's not set in Britain. They've just clearly chosen to do the British accents for whatever reason, which I'm not complaining, not dissing the voice actors. They did a great job. But some of the accents, I was like, I mean, I suppose for me being from Yorkshire, that they're very strong British accents, and so I've never met anyone who actually speaks like that. There were some parts that did make me laugh with the British sayings that they were using, especially when Shion went. I can't bring myself to do it. When he said "in it" and like his proper like. I'm not gonna do it. I did say it a lot around the house after I'd seen it in the anime, but I will include a clip if I can actually find a website that I can screen record anime on now they've all gone down.
Your name's Suha, innit? My name's Chris.
And also what didn't match with the British accent was some of the names. Like obviously I'm guessing there was some like Japanese names rather than British. I think the only British names that could have got away with being British were Chris and Noah. And in my opinion, Chris, even though he was a bad character, was one of my favourites. And his British accent was bang on. Like, it was amazing. Hello, Future Zoe here. Just something that I'm surprised and also not surprised that I didn't include in my Dark Moon review, that because it is slightly embarrassing, was that I was watching the first episode and I was like, I'd not read any descriptions on Crunchyroll or anything like that, and I was convinced that I'd figured it out, that they were vampires. I was like, and then when it got to the end and they announced that they were vampires, I was like, I knew it. To then come off the first episode, read the description, and was like, oh, it was there all along, and I didn't figure anything out, and I was just being dumb. Next up, we have Love Through Prism, and I feel like I could talk about this anime all day. Like, I'm so glad I found it on Netflix when I did, so I could binge watch it. Because, I mean, I'm not sure whether it was released week by week, but I don't think I could have handled the cliffhangers on some of the episodes each week. So, like I say, I'm glad I found it when I did, so I could watch the whole thing. It was very much like I didn't want it to end, but at the same time, I wanted to watch it. So I was very much in two minds, and I think I did have like a few days where I didn't watch it solely because I didn't want this anime to leave my life, because I just fell in love with it so quickly. Like, it was absolutely incredible. It was so beautifully done and so much better than I thought it would be, bearing in mind that this was my first impression of it when I saw it advertised on the Netflix bar at the top.
It's quite remarkable. You remind me so much of Aphrodite.
What? Aphrodite? The statue? Are you absolutely sure about that? Dorothy, I'm sure it's the right one.
No. Aphrodite is my horse.
Horse?
Episode 12 was really cute, and I absolutely adore Lily and Dorothy's friendship. Like, they were just the best duo in the whole show. But also, every episode from episode 12 onwards had me sobbing like an absolute idiot. There was such like a roller coaster of emotions from that point on. It was crazy. Yeah, like I said earlier, I didn't want it to end, but at the same time, I couldn't bring myself to stop watching it because it was just that captivating. Like, I was just captivated by this piece of media. Oh yeah, and what do you mean he got her a boat ticket back to England? Like, at first I missed this detail from what he was holding. I didn't read it properly, so I had to go back just to read it, and I'm so glad I did. Because I saw the ticket fly out of his hand, but I didn't realise the significance until I went back the second time to realise it said Lily Ichijo in to go back from Japan to England, and I was like, my heart broke. Like, I was happy that Lily and Shin were getting married and happy together, but my heart broke for Kit at that point. Oh, and then having the last 3 episodes in black and white, apart from the small flashes of colour from when Kit came back, so you can see his hair and his blue eyes and the blue paint. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, Kit literally brought the colour back into her life, which is, I know literally what she said, but I was just like, bro, amazing, incredible, beautiful. I am desperate for more of this, but I feel like we're not going to get any more because Lily and Kit got their happy ending, which obviously I'm very happy about, but I want to see more of their relationship develop. I felt like it was very rushed towards the end, that it was actually like they're back together, they confessed on the beach, then they're married and they found the cave, which, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that they did, but I want to see more of their relationship and them have kids and their married life, you know? Anyway, we're not going to. So stop being delusional. Next up we have Tamon's B-side, which I really enjoyed, and it was so much better than I thought it was going to be. Like, it was really funny. I've seen that the English dub has come out as well recently, which I didn't realise we were getting one. So I might rewatch it again because it does look really funny and really well done. I've been seeing clips come up on my TikTok, so I might have to check that out too. Seeing all the different band members' B-sides come out throughout the show is something that I didn't expect to see. I thought it might have just been solely based on Tamon, but I'm glad that we did get to see the other sides of them as well, and their different personalities. And I think the biggest surprise was Natsuki's, the blonde one. I'm so bad at pronouncing names today. But his side was so different from him being like the really sweet, innocent, like bubbly character, and then him being so depressed, smoking, drinking. On the flip side, it was a big surprise. Next up, we have You and I Are Polar Opposites, and I'm so glad this couple got together in episode 1. I wasn't expecting them to get together so early on, but it did make me very happy. They are so freaking cute, and their first date, adorable. We love to see that he's coming out. Tani. We love to see that Tani is coming out of his shell and spending more time with Suzuki and her friends. Every episode had me laughing out loud, honestly. It's just so funny. Some of the lingo that they use, some people don't like it, which I've heard, but I love it. It's very like modernized, but it's funny. I love it. And we need more animes where the couple actually communicate with each other, please, and thank you, and not just like, I don't know, not communicating their feelings, sorting things out, We need more of that. More real life couple, like realistic couples that communicate. Thank you. Next up, we have In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. And girl, there's clearly a difference between him calling a group of girls cute and you beautiful. Like, I need you to realise that, please. Because, come on, the guy was clearly in love. Oh, and the dad being a wingman in episode 2 rather than being the protective type. We love it. We love to see it. What do you mean he was just about to say just kidding as she agreed to go out with him? Like, let's not joke about that. No. Can we please talk about Joshua Waters as a voice actor? Like, wow. Like, the voice actor that you are, honestly. All I could hear was Otomo from Twilight Out of Focus, but I also can't get my head around the fact that he's also Mino from Sasaki and Mino. Like, come on. Can we talk about range? Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Also, Keyfree in Witch Hat, which I've started watching this season. Are you kidding me? Not her putting a relationship contract together in episode 3. Like, all I could think about was Sheldon Cooper. Like, that was such Sheldon Cooper vibes. Oh, and the end of episode 6, with at the end of the episode, they were showing all the pictures after the credits. Episode 6, only having one picture of him. Only having one picture of him saying later I was like, are you kidding? It's little details like this that make me love and hate watching anime. Like, attention to detail is great, but when the detail breaks your heart, I'm like, can you not? Thanks. And last but not least, we have, why are all these titles so long? I can't remember them. We have The Villainess is Adored by the Prince of the Neighbouring Kingdom. Thank you. Where's my medal for remembering all these long ass titles? I didn't actually remember. I had to Google some because I'd only written them down in short. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, I actually started watching this in sub, but I really couldn't get into it, so I moved on to the dub, and thankfully I managed to get into it more then and actually finish it. And I'm so glad I did, because it was so good. So many different like twists and turns and plot points. It was great, and I loved the twist that the villainess and heroine were both reincarnated from Japan. They played the same romance game, so they both knew the story, and that how their relationship developed through them sending letters, and the heroine leaving notes at the end of the letters in Japanese saying, don't let so-and-so take so-and-so, I can't remember the names, but she'd put like, don't let so-and-so take your fiance away from you, because obviously that's what happens in the game, and they want to change that, so she stays with the prince, and he doesn't go off with the other lady that I can't remember her name. So that was all the anime I watched in the winter 2026 season. As I said at the beginning, I really hope I can find the motivation to make these videos regularly for each season. And as I briefly mentioned earlier, I am watching Witch Hat Atelier, and again, I feel like that's another anime I could just talk about forever, but I'm not going to talk about it now. I'm not going to pick up the manga and read ahead, because much as I'm tempted to, I'm watching this with my fiance and he doesn't want me to pick up and read ahead, so I'm really tempted to not do it. I'm going to read Kitchen, the spin-off series Kitchen. I've been given permission to read that. I was speaking to him last night and I was like, can I read Kitchen please? And he was like, yes. I was like, thank you. I just need Keyfree and Orugio being wholesome and cooking. I just need that in my life. So, thank you very much for watching. Bye!